Happy 420, everybody. It's Brian with Buffalo Beer Reviews. I'm here all by myself at home, just cooling down on my second ever brew day. I'm doing a New England, and what better way to pass the time brewing beer than by drinking beer. I had a Grim earlier today, but I wanted to put this on the video right when I got it, but kind of got a little bit busy. And this is from Resurgence. It's one of their latest releases. This is also on Hop Mule. This is their Genus Cocos Imperial Coconut Stout. Not really a whole lot of write-up online about it, but it is a stout brewed with coconuts with a 9.4% ABV. This thing was just delectable when I had it the first time. Something I dig coconuts, I dig macaroons, something that I've always liked kind of personally, but something that doesn't always seem to be, you know, kind of well represented in the beer world, you know, a well done coconut sort of anything. So I was really pleasantly surprised when I saw this one in the beer glass. Do you know what I mean? I didn't really get much else of a write-up on Untapped, which is, I don't really care. Stout brewed with coconut. You know what I mean? Awesome. Again, this is their what is this? This is their Buffalo Brew Geek series. This also came out with another sort of stout that I have in the refrigerator. We'll get to at another time. But look at this thing. It's as typical of a stout as you want, with this, you know, midnight black motor oil sort of body and presentation, and you get this really nice milky tan, super small premium head. I mean, just looking at it, it's a stout through and through. There's not really much else you can say about the body of a stout. You know what I mean? And then you get your nose on it, and it's this really clean smelling stout with aromatically very, very small amounts, small suggestions of the coconut presence at all. I mean, if any. Yep, it's just that clean stout malt sort of goodiness. Maybe a little bit of roasted qualities, but there's no coffee, there's no chocolate to the nose, that is. Anything like that. There's no even suggestion to the heft of the ABV, really. It's just this cool little calm collected sort of package on appearance and aroma. But let's see how it tastes, right? Whew. Wow. Wow. This is all sorts of fun to drink. If anybody follows me on social media, whether it's Twitter at 716 Beer Reviews or Instagram, it's Buffalo Beer Reviews, all one word, anything like that. I tweeted out the same thing. It has this remarkable sort of well-rounded sweetness and this well-rounded alcohol presence, and I think those are the very first two things you're going to be met with when you drink this thing, right? So you get let in by this almost like this chocolatey milk sort of creaminess and sweetness, but you do have this underlying heft to that ABV that you can't really ignore, but it also is not offensive at all. It's just, like I said, rounded corners on this, no sharp angles, super enjoyable. Okay, so I think you break the little surface tension of the glass and you can get your nose in there and you can start to appreciate a little bit more of the chocolatey nature of this. Some sweet notes, do you know what I mean? And then it gets into your sinuses and you can start to appreciate that there's this sugary sweetness, whether you want to go chocolate or whether you want to go marshmallow, or whether you want to go coconut. Really, the coconut's nice, and it's like a toasted coconut. It's not this coconut extract. It's really nice, really well done. Probably gonna go more chocolatey and less marshmallowy, honestly. And the whole thing is just good from start to finish. So you got this great looking Brew Geek series, right? Very hard to come by, and if it weren't for Hop Mule, I probably would have missed out on it. I had to work that weekend. So props to Hop Mule, props to Resurgence for using something and forward thinking to their consumers. I really appreciate that. I'll try to support both of them as often as I can. But you got this great looking stout with this great looking sort of background and flavor sort of profile, and it delivers really well. Delivers to the nth degree with the enjoyment of this Imperial coconut stout. So I mean, the body is this very lush, silky smooth experience. I'd say it is on the full side of the experience, of the mouthfeel. Silky smooth is an understatement. It's a whole other level of silkiness that I've had as of late. It really is. You do get quite a bit of sort of mouth coating with this. It's that sugary sort of sticky residue on the mouth, on the tongue, in the glass. You know, you get your hands in it and it's sticky and there's a residue. But I think that's just how you get flavors turned up to this degree. They tend to stick around for a little bit as well. They're not unpleasant. It's not a bad aftertaste, but it's there, and I have to tell you about it because that's kind of what I do on this channel, you know? I really do think, sometimes I think that the alcohol is well concealed. Sometimes I think it's right down the middle of the road as noticeable. It's not overwhelming, and it's not being pushy with all of the other sort of notes to the beer, but it is there. I'm gonna go with it's there and it's noticeable and it's in its place. It's not too pushy and it's not too well hidden. It's just right down the middle of the road. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can tell, but this is not going to be a hard beer to finish. This was really enjoyable. I'm super happy that I got a 4-pack of. I only bought 1 4-pack of each of their releases. But my refrigerator just seemed to be full of Imperial IPAs, double IPAs, Imperial Stouts. Whew. So, yeah, this thing seemed to sell out really quickly online, and I'm glad that I used the Hop Mule to secure myself some beers. So I don't know if you guys see it out and about, whether I don't have any idea whether Resurgence is going to have any left over at their place, or if any of the retailers are going to get any sort of supply around town. But if you see it, you come across it, it would probably behoove you to not skip this one. This is something unique, and I think you would enjoy having a beer of that. But that's it for me, guys. I really appreciate the clicks and the watches and all the thumbs up and all the great communication and messages that I get throughout the channel. It's really cool. It's kind of why I do it. So until the next time, guys, cheers.